Hi, before we start, here's a quick thing or two about pumpkin pie. The story of pumpkin pie begins way back in the 17th century when French and English colonizers settled in North America and found a pumpkin which is native to the continent. They liked it so much that they began exporting it to England and France, where it was quickly adopted as a pie filling, alongside similar plants like sweet potatoes and various winter squashes, which grew natively in the region. Until relatively recently, a pumpkin tended to be used as containers and ingredients for soup and stew in the Americas, while the recipe we know and love today developed through the years in Western Europe. In the 19th century, the pumpkin pie finally became associated with Thanksgiving and began to take on its universal form as a pumpkin-based custard and a pie crust, usually mixed with eggs, sugar, condensed milk, and various hearty spices like cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, vanilla, nutmeg, etc. That's enough about pumpkin pie. Let's begin. Welcome back to Hayden's Kitchen. Today, to celebrate the fall season, we're gonna make some pumpkin pie, a dessert classic around these Thanksgiving times if you live in Canada, generally autumn at this time if you live in America. Anyways, I have my ingredients. I have some flour, some sugar, some butter, and some water, because first we're making the pie crust. I have 2.5 cups of flour. A cup of it is already in the bowl because I didn't have a 2-cup measure, so I had to make do with what I have. Over here, I have a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to cut this cup of butter into about 1/2-inch sized cubes. And I have this water with ice in it. I'm not going to put the ice in the dough, obviously, but just to help the dough coagulate. Anyways, let's get started. We're going to put this in. And additionally, we can put the sugar in right now. If you are using unsalted butter, I am using salted butter, so I don't have to worry about this. But you can add a teaspoon of salt at this time if you are using unsalted butter. And also, if you have a food processor at home, I don't, then you can do most of the mixing with a food processor, and it might be easier, especially dealing with the cold butter. But first, I'm just gonna give this a whisk, get it all combined. I apologize for the camera work. I'm only one person. I only got 2 hands. You know how it is. I'm really trying to keep this still, but it's not working out so good. And that should be plenty. Now I'm going to open up the butter. A nifty thing about a lot of butter is, where is it? The measurements will be on the package, so I can cut off 1 cup here and have 1 cup cut from here, which is about half of the package. And I gotta work quick because you only get so much time before the butter starts to cool down. So I'm gonna prop that up and I'm gonna cut my butter. I am not that good at empirical measurements off the top of my head, but I'm gonna try my best to cut this up into 1/2-inch cubes. I'm trying to get you an angle with that, but might be easier said than done. And do you think this is 1/2 inch? I'm not sure. I don't really see inches a lot, to be honest. Maybe a bit more. I have all these cut up. I'm gonna wash my hands. I did wash them before the recording, but obviously I wasn't recording, so you have no way of knowing that, but I did wash my hands. It's the most important step, they say. Back to my POV. Oh, I apologize. I'm gonna have to put the camera down again. I need 2 hands to put the butter into a bowl. And there we go. I'll try and combine these, kind of trying to get into the butter as I go, but might not be entirely successful. I'm gonna go back to using both my hands. Hopefully get you a good angle. There we go. You can also use something like I believe it's called a pastry cutter or a pastry mesh for this sort of thing, but it's not necessary. You can just use whatever you happen to have at your place. All right, and I think that looks good. I'm just gonna put the remaining butter in the fridge. Clean this flour off my hands. And I'm gonna have to do something precise again. I apologize for putting the camera down so much, but I'm gonna have to get this tablespoon, fill it with ice water, and put it in here. Recipe says specifically to start off with 4 tablespoons and then work it in until the dough is coherent and doesn't have any cracks. All right, everybody, our dough is now done. It's fully formed without cracks. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna divide those into, 1 second. Actually, I'll give you a change of angle. I'll go down here. These are just Ziploc bags I'm gonna be using in lieu of plastic wrapping, which I apparently don't have. I could have been better prepared, but oh well. Hey chefs! Have you not seen that?
No. Sounds kind of racist.
It is. Action. Hey chefs, welcome back to Hayden's Kitchen. Today, if you live in Canada, it's Thanksgiving. If you live in America, it's just fall. The leaves are starting to fall, winter's coming slowly but surely, and we figured what better way to celebrate than to make pumpkin pie, since we've already eaten most of our Thanksgiving dinners, so we'll make something nice and sweet to finish it off. The history of pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie was first invented in 1886.
Cool. Of course.
to think of these.
Bjork invented pumpkin pie.
Bjork invented pumpkin
On her
pie.
album Post.
On her album Post. There's a song called Yum Yum, Give Me Pumpkin Pie. and the lyrics say, one second, I'll just pull them up.
Good.
Yum Yum, give me pumpkin pie. Flavor of the autumn, pumpkin pie. I love dry leaves, pumpkin pie. Yes, yes, give me please some more pumpkin pie. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Truly one of the best musicians of the. Oh my, thank you.
Bless.
Thank you. Oh.
Stop jerking off.
We're recording the literal domestic abuse that was going on here.
It was a bit.
All right. Step one is to. We're gonna start off. Thank you. We're gonna start off with a.
Jason, you gotta go. What's going on?
We're gonna start off with pumpkin puree, and the first step of that is to get all of the stringy stuff out of a pumpkin. I'm just gonna go over here. What's that on the back of a pumpkin? That was so loud.
Was that the point?
That was the point. That's the point. That was Griffin's bit.
I was screaming too. Get a good shot of the pumpkin.
Dare you?
Yeah, I'll get a good shot of the pumpkin.
Make sure they don't think it's like a watermelon or something.
The producers, cast, and crew behind Hayden's Kitchen would like to issue a brief reminder that the large plant currently on screen is in fact a pumpkin, not a watermelon. The two plants have a variety of biological and culinary differences. Watermelon is a green fruit with pink insides typically eaten on its own in slices, while the pumpkin is an orange vegetable which is more suited to inclusion in other recipes due to the unyielding means by which its flesh is retreated. Hayden's Kitchen has remained a strictly watermelon-free enterprise since its founding in 1604. However, we at Hayden CCT are quite passionate about the pumpkin and all its various gourds. We hope that by the viewing of this program, we can hopefully elucidate the complicated methods of the pumpkin and help a common audience understand this all too underutilized vegetable. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the show.
We're gonna start off with a pumpkin puree, and step one of that is to cut this pumpkin in half so we can get to everything inside. The stem's gonna be really hard, so you wanna cut a bit away from that, but other than that, you just wanna be careful.
It's probably easier if we cut the stem out first like a jack-o'-lantern and then we just cut it like that.
I've
right?
never cut a jack-o'-lantern. That's it,
I don't know, I've never
Griffith!
seen
I'm
it.
going nuts!
The guy from Blade Runner when he runs on blades. I don't know, I've never seen it.
I'm going crazy! I'm going stupid! I'm going nuts! Go, Boozer! Alright, and the top of the pumpkin's been taken off, so now we just cut it in half.
You can even cut it like front to back, like just one, yeah. That.
Alright,
What about trying these? Because these are actually sharpened.
sure, it's a good idea.
This isn't the bike.
Oh,
This is the
that's more like
chopper.
Oh!
That's more like
Oh!
cut like butter.
Oh my goodness!
Good thing I sharpened these. Be careful.
I will.
Suffocation.
I want to get blood all over my shirt.
What? Hey.
Ooh, that's looking.
Oh no, I missed.
That was a hearty crack.
I missed.
I thought
I missed the crack. Oh
you
no.
missed the crack.
I did.
Missed the crack.
Oh, you missed the crack.
So the
Wait,
cameraman was not cameraman.
Should I put all the string?
Well, I was thinking we were gonna do some seeds too.
What?
Like sunflower seeds, we roast them with the olive oil and salt.
Pumpkin seeds.
We could. We could have a
Little snack.
We could have a sub episode.
An episode within an episode. What is this?
This has never been done before.
Meta episode.
Hey chefs, while the pie's cooking, we have a lot of time on our hands. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate this into the seeds and the more stringy parts, because the stringy parts can't be in the pie, but the seeds are a lot more than just garbage. We're gonna roast them and make them into a delicious snack for later.
Yeah. Well, you'll never see your family again.
Will any of us?
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I haven't seen my family.
It wasn't part of the deal.
No.
I will. I'm gonna go eat Thanksgiving.
You're gonna go eat Thanksgiving? You're eating the Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna go eat Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna eat the.
No more Thanksgiving for you.
I'm gonna eat the memory of Thanksgiving. It doesn't exist in anyone's memory anymore.
Go ahead, Mom. Take away my Xbox. Nothing you can do to uneat your
Thanksgiving.
You fed my parents to the pigs.
As charged.
They played that on the show. It's like,
This doesn't feel like a lot of like stringy stuff.
You don't feel like a lot of stringy stuff.
This program was brought to you in part by legalized nuclear bombs.
Nuclear Blast Records. We.
You're at Hayden's Kitchen. You might be wondering, what's our favorite games console? Well, we. I do get it. I made the joke.
What do you say when you go down a roller coaster?
We.
What do you say when you go to France?
We.
Oh God, why am I in France? Ew. Who is
gonna go to Paris.
It stinks.
Okay, so you're in. Hey guys, you're in France, right? Can you tell me who's in Paris?
Puree. Are we gonna get a shot of somebody eating the gloop?
No.
I almost
the
missed that
gloop.
walk.
The gloop is an endangered species. Please
No, the gloop is.
You see, this is the bad stuff.
That's
That's the good stuff.
This is gonna be.
Hey, I don't want to make a gingerbread house. I want to make a gingerbread home.
This is a gingerbread home.
Live, laugh, love.
What you gotta do? Put like a family in it or something?
Did you say that? Gingerbread project.
That's okay.
Okay, cool, thanks, man. Gingerbread home.
Wait, are you in Sensei Smith's class? He's so wise. Nice to meet you.
That's like a TikTok.
It's like a TikTok. The joke is like, it's like an American school, as you can tell by like the teacher's name and like the fact he's speaking English. Except he copies like the tropes of like high school anime, which typically take place in Japanese high school. So the joke is in like the subversion of the trends where you wouldn't, in a place you wouldn't expect them to be.
He also says sensei, which is like a Japanese word for teacher.
Yeah, so you like get the impression that he's kind of like someone who like idolizes Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Like, the terms of weeaboo, that's what people use, but
Yeah. Also, like in it, he goes like, yeah.
yeah, he does like he does like stuff associated with like anime cosplay, that sort of thing. General like anime nerd culture. All right, Hey chefs, we have our seeds all picked out from the pumpkin goop, and now we're just gonna rinse it a few times just to get the extra pumpkin stuff on. I'll turn on the sink. What do I do? Why didn't I think of that?
You're the chef.
This is beneath you.
This is parts when it's scuffed. I need to move the legs a little bit.
Oh, that's much better. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome.
This is how bacon is supposed to be.
This is how bacon is supposed to be.
And I wish you could smell what I'm smelling.
Picking off the string.
Yeah, it looks so freaking good. Like butter in a Pop-Tart. Hey chefs, as you can see, we've cleaned our seeds, and now we're gonna season them with some stuff before we put them in the oven. I have olive oil, I have pepper, I have seasoning salt, and I have paprika.
An addendum. We're using seasoning salt because we can't find any garlic powder or onion powder. Yeah, roughly coat the top layer and that should be enough. Nice. Quarter teaspoon of paprika, smoked paprika.
I mean, there's a reason I became a chef and not a pumpkin seed seasoned salt or damn it.
A little bit of pepper. A drizzle of olive oil. I have taken over this episode.
Griffin's kitchen.
Yeah.
And should I just like shake this up?
Well, just so it doesn't go fucking flying,
Whoa.
we're gonna be intelligent about this. We're gonna be smart.
Griffin's kitchen is hereby over.
I give up. Smart cell.
Smart Cell can't even figure out friggin' plastic wrap. Okay. The cameraman need to take over.
I hate these fucking saran wrap rollers, dude. It's bugging out, man.
Meat slave number 2, get in there.
Meat slave number 2, kill me. Back up, meat slave. Tell the people off camera to kill my family.
Beautiful. And now the seeds are all covered up. And now I'm gonna shake that up and you can watch me do it. Oh shit.
This table was not clean prior to filming this episode. Now what's the most important rule after mixing up the bowl, Griffin?
touch my eye.
That's correct. It's wash your hands.
Hey, why don't you show them the seeds?
This is Griffin's kitchen.
No.
I'm sorry.
Right? Jason's Angry Birds Let's Play. Jason's Angry Birds Let's Play.
I'm watching the phone, same as you.
Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Angry Birds. Here's the pumpkin seeds. Yeah, it's really cool. No one cares. Watch Angry Birds. Fine. I'll make the sounds with my mouth.
Kill this man.
I'll make the sounds with my mouth.
I don't know what to do. I need Hayden back. We're lost without Hayden.
I am very uncomfortable with the implications of that.
You're a prophet. You're a guiding light.
And we're done our seeds. You can see the sheen of the oil, and you can see the shut up. You can see the sheen of the oil, and you can see the spices throughout. And let's see how long is left on our timer. We have about 10 minutes left, and that means it's time to take the dough out of the fridge. Actually, we timed that pretty good. I'll just take our two doughs out of the fridge. You definitely can't tell by looking at it, but they're very, very hard. So we're just gonna let them sit for 10 minutes so we're a bit more hospitable to be rolled out. Hey chefs, we have
Stop.
That's a really rude thing for him to do. Like interrupted your shot like that.
Yeah.
Like how would anybody ever get anything done if like you couldn't do your shot because like if you're talking or something?
Yeah, that really
That
sucks.
really
and
sucks.
there's like no way I can like signal them to stop
Yeah.
without like sounding mean, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Cause
It's such a mean thing
you,
for him to
you
do.
get what I mean.
Yeah.
You get what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna.
Like it's just like totally unacceptable for him to do.
Yeah,
that.
right?
Yeah.
It's really dumb. Like,
Yeah.
like, if something happened, if I was the victim of that, there would be extreme consequences. Anyways.
Yeah, like I
we've
just
got
like
this-
it's so.
You think?
Anyways, we've got. You wanna say something, Sam? Get a full house?
We're low on battery.
Okay, chefs, we have our seeds. I'm just gonna spread them roughly even on the baking sheet. It doesn't really matter, because I can always just spread them out more evenly. But the general idea is we're going to roast them in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees. I'll just spread those out a bit more. Try and get it pretty even, but it doesn't matter
Make a smiley
particularly.
face.
Oh, that's a good idea. Aww.
Oh, I thought.
Look at that. That is so beautiful.
Precious.
And only 2 minutes until we take the pumpkin out. And after that, we'll put the seeds in. And now I'm gonna go wash my hands. Oh, yeah, sorry. We're gonna put the seeds in as well. And we'll set a timer for 10 minutes for those.
You can't do it with the gloves on, you silly goose.
Oh. Oh, that is. I think I am preheating it. Did I?
Ovens are hard, man.
Because I. Thank you. And once these cool down, we'll do what we gotta do. Hey chefs, our pumpkin seeds are done. Let's take those out of the oven. Ooh, that's got quite the wave of heat off of those, which which is good, because that means they're cooked. Should I just put this right on the oven?
Yeah. Put it on the oven. It'll scream. It's gonna scream. Anyways,
And they're out. We're pretty much good.
remember that always turn the oven off when you're done with it. It's going to scream like that.
We gotta put the pie back in there.
Wait. Yeah, but we're not gonna wait like 5 hours to do that.
We just leave it hot. We don't need to turn it off.
Okay, Hayden. Yep. This is already cooled down, so put that on the back there.
Look at all these three fun-looking guys. Look at that.
On phone.
Look at them go.
Look at that. Look at them having so much fun.
Oh, they're like little kids in
I
the
know.
playground.
It's like really adorable.
I'm gonna chop!
I'm gonna chop. Is Andy gonna get the crack this time?
Yeah, I'm zooming right in on it.
He's got the crack.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, you literally just need it. Are you gonna lift it up and break it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that.
Zoom in. Let's get a shot of that crack.
Get a.
Oh yes, I love crack.
Hell yeah.
I love
100%
crack.
pure.
Crack is really good, man.
Griffin,
Sounds
you
like
forget
an
the
ish
most
you,
important
not an ish
step.
me.
What's the most important
To
step?
wash your hands.
No.
We haven't filmed that yet.
biohazard.
Yeah, we haven't filmed.
Yeah, none of you guys have washed your hands like at all. Yes.
I'm a hand washing based pill cell.
What?
Oh yeah, Hayden. By the way, you've made it into the
Ivory
YouTube
soap.
algorithm.
Your soap cell.
One of my roommates literally says that every single time he opens up YouTube, since he hasn't watched the
Yeah.
Smash Burgers episode, says that he gets harassed because the video is always popping up saying he needs to watch it.
He has to watch it. So
Exactly. He says that he's going to, but he hasn't yet. So
Is
like,
this your roommate?
yeah.
You should.
This is a message to Sam's roommate.
I'm gonna kill
You want to stop getting harassed to watch the videos. Watch the videos. Now, I know that if you're watching this, it means you've watched the videos. But shut up. None of that, please. I'm getting it. Okay, he's washing his hands, everybody. I'm gonna kill your hands, everybody. It's good for you. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
You're my hero.
Thank you.
Sheldor, move.
You guys.
Should I get Hayden?
I'm trying to get Hayden washing his hands.
And in preparation to cook the pumpkin, which we're just gonna roast it for about 45-60 minutes, I'm just gonna preheat the oven. I click bake on my oven, and it's already at 350, which is the temperature we want. So I'll just click start, and now it's preheating. And we're almost done scraping out the pumpkins for all the stuff in them. And then after that, we can put everything in.
All right, now for the loudest cup of coffee.
This is like, are you getting this, Sam? Can we get this?
Get the coffee in the shot.
Yeah, get the loudest cup of coffee. Oh shit, what did I do?
This is definitely me when I'm making coffee.
Stop the preheat again.
No, I accidentally preheated the lower one as well. I was just canceling that.
I don't even know how the hell you managed that.
I don't know.
I think we're around 90.
No. It's preheating as it is not a strong temperature for what we do.
That's a good point. Improv.
Like it's like ambient, like 10
That's a
degrees.
strong version.
Yeah, it's getting stronger. I'm gonna say.
I think we just be silly.
Yeah. Silly
Your hand in
goofy.
the oven. There's, I got so angry once. I looked at an Xbox, and then I turned 360 degrees and walked away.
Hey chefs, the oven's almost done preheating. It's at 310 right now. We have one of our pumpkins set up, but we cut it into quarters to make it easier to scrape all the stuff out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put those in there. The angle might be a bit weird just because it's a big fruit on a small tray. And I'm just gonna pour some water in there as well, because the end goal here is just to roast the skin so it begins to fall off of a pumpkin, and having water makes steam, which helps us out with that. And we'll get some on the pumpkin as well. And that looks like it's enough. Let's see what the oven's at. It's at 325, so we still have a bit to go. See you then, chefs.
Hey chefs. I'm gonna
Sorry.
Hey chefs, I have my oven gloves on because the oven is at the perfect temperature. It's time to put these pumpkins in the oven. I have my other one over there. I have co-chef Griffin helping me out. And I'll just put that in the top rack, and the other one will follow right after. And we're gonna have that in there for about 45 to 60 minutes just to remove some of the skin from the rest of a pumpkin. And we'll see you then, chefs.
Okay, now take the mitts off, and then I'm gonna guide your finger and
Set the timer.
Give it, kidney.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I don't know why I need to do that.
Sorry.
How do you know if the oven's hot? Show
Only when we find out.
everybody how.
Hey chefs, even though the number says the oven's hot, it says 350, there's no way to actually know if the oven's hot or not just by looking at it. So how do we find out if it's hot now? Well, it's really simple actually. You just...
Right, laddies, let's go, you pencils.
Our pumpkin just finished. Let's take it out. There's still some water in there even, which I'm surprised about. We'll take that out, put that on the first cooling rack, and Love Griffin put that one on the second cooling rack. And then we can just let that cool down for a bit. Hey chefs, right now I'm just rolling out the dough in preparation to put it in the pie tray, which I do not have with me, but rest assured, I'm rolling it out to about as wide as the pan and enough to like crimp up the edges a bit just to form a wall around the pie, and then we can finally fill it with our puree and bake it. Hey chefs, as you can see, we've begun peeling the flesh off of the pumpkins now that they're done baking, and I'm just going to show you how that's done. At this point, it should be really soft, so you can just stick the spoon in. Just going to try to pull that in place, and then you can just glide through there. It might be a bit flimsy just because it's so soft, and it might be a bit hot. It's definitely hot for me, but you just scoop that out with the spoon, trying your best to avoid the outside rind. Ow, ow, this hurts so bad. Ow,
Can you get the tap out?
ow, ow, oh, ow, it hurts. Ow, I am experiencing pain in reaction to this heated gourd. Ow, ow, ow.
Are you okay?
I could. Is that okay?
Hold on. Don't worry about it being in giant chunks. You're putting it through a fucking food processor.
Chunky. It's a big chunk. He's gonna get the whole thing in one go.
Probably not.
Don't need to
Get
get it
pretty
all in
close.
one go.
I must.
My toe is cramping real bad.
That sounds like an issue.
You want this?
Yeah, it's mine now.
Okay. I won't be complaining.
You've passed inspection.
We
Passed the certified chef test.
Oh,
You
did.
And we're done. Let's get that into the food.
All right, chefs, we're not going to teach you how to use a food processor. You're going to do that in your own time.
Die horribly.
Exactly.
Hey chefs, as you can see, we're starting the process of, processing the pumpkins. The process is pretty much you put a bit in, and then you pulse it for around 5 instances of 5 seconds. That was the first one. That was the second one. That was the third. And if you look inside the glass, you can see it's starting to come together. It's starting to be a lot more smooth, which will make it a great, consistent filling for our pie. So I'm just gonna take that out and put it in this bowl. It's a bit thick, so.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
Okay, you're going home.
Cool.
Cooking tip. If you're peeling ginger, you can peel it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Add cool little effects here.
Giant explosion.
Exactly.
Are they supposed to look like that?
Yeah, they're farm eggs, so they're not store bought.
Oh,
What are you, an egg racist?
Time you leaving?
Put it in my bag.
Oh, in my bag.
They'll be ready at 11.
Put it in my bag.
just be careful, it's a bit full.
Yeah.
And you can see like the condensed milk on the sides, it kind of sank to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm trying to like split it up.
If anything else, it'd be a layer pie or a layer cake.
That wouldn't be good.
I don't think I'd want a milk layer.
Dairy layer.
Doesn't sound very
The food pyramid visualized in a pie.
a food square.
Food square.
God, I'd be able to go crazy with it, but maybe.
Go stick them over.
You can put it in the bowl if
Yeah.
you want. That's what we have it there for.
This bowl. Nice. There we go.
There's raw egg in here, so as delectable and delicious as it smells, do not eat it.
High protein.
Tell me what to do. I eat raw eggs all the time.
You're
That's how I
gonna.
get so big and strong.
Yeah.
Well, these.
Is it?
It's been running for a while now, of course.
Okay.
For time lapse.
I'm just thinking of what I want to say.
Yep, take time.
Hey chefs, we have everything combined, which is like our pumpkin puree, our evaporated milk, our eggs, ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, and I believe that covers all our bases. We have our pie crust all prepared. I'm gonna pour that in.
Is it hot in here? Open the window if you want.
Is it hot in here? Walking.
It's all good.
Just have to be a bit careful. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to get in there.
Was this the right diameter of pie dish?
That's probably good.
I think that's good.
And I'm gonna put on the oven mitts first actually. We have the oven's not actually done preheating yet. I'll see you then, chefs. Hey chefs, our oven's done preheating, so it's at 425 right now. We're gonna cook it like that for 15 minutes, reduce it to 350, and then cook it until it's good to go. I'm just gonna open up the oven, take my pie, be very careful because I've pretty much filled it up to the rim. And we'll let that cook for 15 minutes. What the hell? It's set to 9:59. Like I set it to 15 minutes, and then I clicked
I think
timer.
you set it to 9 hours. Yeah, you set it to that many hours. You set it to 10 hours.
Making black pumpkin pie.
Hey chefs, pie's finally done. Well, 35 minutes have passed at least. I'm gonna take it out, and I'm going to test if, when I stick a knife in the pie, whether or not there's any residue left on the knife when I stick it in. Here we go. Moment of truth. It says to do it about 1 inch away from the crust. And it's not cooked, so
Minutes.
we're gonna put that in for just a few more minutes.
Like, it's just that it's Hitler remade, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, he killed himself in his bunker, but this is just him living again, essentially.
But they don't say that. They say a little clone of Hitler. That's the exact
But, like,
terminology
okay,
they use.
but yeah, but Oni eventually corrected himself by saying it is, like, exactly the same person. It's just him
We have to be
again.
Hey chefs, it's been another 5 minutes. Let's see if it's good now. Look at that. I'd say it's good.
I'd say it's good. Yeah.
Hey chefs, as you can see, I'm finally done the pie. I've cut myself a little slice. I've got the whipped cream here, cause you can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Ooh. Alright chefs, let's have a bite.
It's okay.